Today on this 2002 Ford F-250 Super Duty, we're going to install part number TFR250 SDE from Timbren. This is our Suspension Enhancement System. First thing we did was go ahead and remove the spare tire, and also we took off the tire on the side that we're going to work on. You don't have to do that, but we're doing it just to make it a little more clear. And one thing you do have to do is go ahead and raise the frame off the suspension so there's plenty of room to work with there also. First, we'll go ahead and locate where the new spring is going to be installed, and it's basically going to replace this bump stop right here. All right, to get a better reference point, we're underneath the vehicle looking at the driver's side frame rail. We're going to spray it down with some lubricant. Then we're just going to take a socket and just unbolt it. Okay. Now, we removed our bump stop right here at the bolt. However, there's also a little spacer between this bracket and the frame right here. We'll need to remove that also. And the next step is to go ahead and install the base plate that'll fit around the factory bump stop here. And it's just gonna fit right into the existing bump stop bracket. And you can see how this peg goes into here. That's why I had to remove the bushing to begin with. And it'll all fit together just like that. And on top of that, we'll use the 1-inch bolt, the flat washer, lock washer, and we'll just go ahead and thread it down into the bracket. Okay, you want to get it hand tight till they are snug, and maybe a quarter turn after that. We're set there. Now we can install our spring and our spacer. One other thing we'll show you before we put the spring on is that there are 2 additional holes from the center hole that's threaded. If you have to, you can actually move the spring forward or back as you need it to match your bump stop on your axle itself. To really determine that, honestly, your best bet is just to put it loosely together, put the truck back down on the ground, and test and see how it fits together. Also, you do the same thing with the spring itself if you use a spacer. This is the spring itself, and it gets bolted to the bottom, of course. There's also a spacer that comes with it, so you can add some length to the spring itself. Your basic goal is you have about 1 inch of play between the bottom of the spring and your bump stop when your truck's unloaded. In this case, we already figured out that we would use a spacer and be fine, have plenty of space. We're going to use a 2-inch bolt that came with the kit. We're going to put it on our socket. All right, we'll run the bolt in. There's also a washer trapped inside of the spring, so you want to get that in there also. All right, and then our spacer. And we'll just go ahead and thread it together. Okay, you want to run it hand tight till it stops, maybe, again, a quarter turn, 1/8 of a turn maybe, and that'll be just fine. Let's go ahead and put our wheel back on, and we'll check for clearance. Now you want to check between bump stop and your spring. You want to aim for about 1 inch of space, and that'll be your best way to go. And there you have it for part number TFR250 SDE from Timbren on our 2002 Ford F-250 Super Duty.